Hi everyone, welcome back to Capes Crochet Corner, and now we are going to be finishing our corner to corner blanket. I have caught up to the last block I'm going to take out and work with you to show you how to close this project. So let's just pull this out a little bit. Let me get here. Alright, there we go. Now, as you remember, we need to finish off our corner so that we can make the edge. And this blanket, mine measures about, I think it's about 30 inches. I'm going to measure it for you here. Move my yarn out of the way. My space is very small. It's what it's called Capes Corner because it's a tiny area. But I can't get the whole thing into the camera, but I can measure it for you. Let's see here. So it measures, well, it measures about 29 inches, but with the edge, it'll be like 30, 31 inches. Good size for the, the carriage, the car seat, the swing. It's a small blanket, but, babies are little. So a newborn size, probably 2, 6, 8, 10 months, even a year. It's plenty big enough, really. And it's really warm. This stitch makes a really nice warm blanket. Okay, so before we start, I just want to say, if you enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up, a share, and that'll go out to your friends who are maybe interested in crochet. Subscribe. I really appreciate all my subscribers, and remember to ring that bell. As I am new to the YouTube world, I really appreciate all your time and your likes and your subscriptions. That's makes my day. Okay, so we're going to finish our blocks, finish this corner, and then we're going to put an edge on this blanket. So we're almost there. So now we have to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and make 3 double crochet in this space like we have done all around. So 1, 2, and 3 is, remember, it's wrap your yarn over your hook, insert into that space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And that's your 4 post. Let me see if I can get this in a better space here. That is your 4 post on in each space around, just for a review. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, because we're at the corner here, we have this block here. Again, we're going to bring those together and slip stitch and chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And you can always push this side down so it doesn't get into your way. Because what happens sometimes when you come around, you'll catch this. So you don't want to do that. So in this space here, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. This color that I'm using, this yarn, is the Crafter's Secret Big Idea. It's from Hobby Lobby, and it is the color Magnolia Way. I love this yarn. This is probably my most favorite color and yarn. The texture is soft, and the color is not white. It's just an off-white kind of with a pink hue to it. You really can't see pink unless you have it up against something else, and it's very, 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 very faint. But I just love it. Okay, so now we're going to bring these two together to the very end here, and we're going to just slip stitch. And this is where you chain 1 and turn, and we're going to do our last block. So we have to slip stitch across the top of this one. So 1, 2, 3 into those 3 double crochets, and a slip stitch into that space. And for our last block, I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see. We're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 3 double crochets right in there. 1, 2, my camera's camera's a little bit weird today. And 3. And that's it. And then we're just going to slip stitch over here and chain 1. And that's our blanket. So corner to corner is really not hard. It's just remembering which way to turn and which way to go. And you can go over this video again in part 1, part 2, so that you can conquer this corner to corner. A lot of people are afraid of it. You know, years ago, I meant to look it up, but years ago it wasn't called that. It was around for many years, because I remember doing it way back and when, but it didn't have this name, so I would have to research that, and I will do that. And the next time I do a corner to corner, I will have that information. Okay, so we're going to sew in this end right here, in and out of these stitches like that. And I'm going to just snip that. Okay, so now the fun begins. I'm just going to sew in this bottom end where we started, down at the bottom. This makes such a pretty blanket. The stitches, because they go two different directions, it has such a nice pattern. It leaves a very neat looking and really beautiful pattern. So corner to corner is a lot of fun. It goes really fast. Now, I didn't have this made ahead of time. I had made this with you on camera. So all in all, it's probably, I would say, probably for a beginner, probably a 3 or 4 hour project. But you have to understand that you don't have to do that all at the same time. You do it for half an hour. You can go make dinner, come back and work on it. It's really easy to pick it up where you left off, because you just make a block and move to the next one, make another block. So it's not like you have to count 27 stitches and then do something else. It's really fairly easy, and believe me, once you get the hang of this, you can just go and go and go very fast. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I don't want you to start really in the corner, because that might be a little bit more difficult. I'm going to move over a little bit here so you can see better. I'd like to start in any of the spaces between the blocks. Okay, so like remember that some of your blocks are going this way and some of your blocks are going this way. The double crochets this way and this way. But we're going to pop right into between them, not up here, but between them. So we're going to start here and here and here and here and so on. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the space right after the corner. And we're going to go into that space. Now I'm going to make a slip knot on my hook. And I'm going to bring it through and chain 1. Now we're going to make a single crochet into that same space. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through. So you have a clear single crochet. I'm a little bit far away tonight. I don't know, my camera's it needs a little bit of work on the extension here, but we'll get to that. That's the maintenance department, aka husband, so he'll take care of that for me in the next video. Alright, so after your single crochet into that space, we're going to chain 2. 1 and 2. And we're going to single crochet into the next space, just like that. So all we're going to do is single crochet in each space down and 2 chains in between, just to get across the top of there, because we're going to come back and work into this space. Alright, this yarn, this purple yarn, pretty sure it's a red heart yarn. I think the color way is, let me see here, I think the colorway is Orchid. This one was in a ball, so I don't have the label, but I do have one with a label, and that's what that one says, and they look pretty much the same. So that's my guess on that. It's a 4-weight yarn. It's a Red Heart Orchid. But like I said, you can use any 4-weight yarn. You can use baby yarn. You can use a heavier yarn. As long as your hook is, the right size, and most yarn will tell you on the package what size to use. Just for instance, the one we used the other day here is a 4-weight, and it tells you a 5mm hook. So, this is a perfect project for a 5mm hook. I prefer this one that's a tad smaller, but that's because my stitches are a little bit looser than most. So 5mm, I don't like the, my tension and everything is too loose, so I like to bring it down a size, and it makes it a little bit snugger. Okay, so we're going to chain 2, jump to the next space, and single crochet, and chain 2, jump to the next space, and single crochet. And that's all we are going to do on this round. So insert your hook into the space, wrap your yarn, and pull through both of those loops on your hook, and chain 2. Insert your hook, wrap again, and bring through those 2 loops on your hook. And so single crochet around with a chain 2. And I'm just going to do this first round with you so that we can do the corner together. And the corner is as simple as this, except we are going to put 2 single crochets in the corner. Alright, let's see. So chain 2, insert, and single crochet, and chain 2. Insert your hook into the space, wrap over, and wrap again, and pull through those 2 loops. 1 and 2. I'm going to bring this up for you so that you can see here. So insert into the next space, wrap your yarn, 2 loops on the hook, wrap and pull through both loops, and 1 and 2. There we go. Single crochet and chain 2. And that's as easy as that is. So basically this whole blanket, by the looks of it, when you first see it, you think, wow, there's no way I could do that. I don't even know which way that's going. How do you do that? But it's a beautiful blanket. The edge is as simple as it is to make this blanket. And so the beginner crocheter would love this, because you'd be proud of yourself with all the accomplishments of this blanket, because it's just gorgeous and really simple to do. So as we work our single crochets and our chain 2s in every space, make sure that you're getting your spaces in between the blocks and not in the stitches, just in that space, and chain 2. And that's all we have to do. So we're going to just zip down here now. I'm going to go a little faster so I can explain the corner to you. And then I'm going to let you go around the rest of the blanket on your own, and we'll catch up when we come around to the beginning here, back over here. To go around the second time, I'm going to show you what to do on there. So let me just get down here. We're almost there. Good thing with baby blankets is they're not too big, and you can get there pretty quick. So I hope you're all well. It's cold again today, but the sun was shining, so that was good. Had to see the doctor today. I have a little issue with my knee, so I'm going to be seeing a specialist. I keep the doctors busy for sure. Alright, now once we get back to the corners, and we didn't start in a corner because I wanted to explain this where you could see coming around. In this top space, between the 3rd and the 4th, post, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, you're going to go right in there for a single crochet, and you're going to chain 3 on the corner, and you're going to go right back in for another single crochet. So in the corner you're making this little loop right up here, where these are going right across the top. This one is going to make a little curve so it goes from one side of the blanket to the other, and we'll work on that on the way back. So then we're going to just continue. Chain 2, go to the next space, which is right here, but that's okay. Just go right in there. and chain 2, and into the next one and chain 2, excuse me. And that's that, and just go around. It really doesn't take long, so I'm going to pause here and let you go ahead, around and make that single crochet, chain 2 in every space between the blocks all the way around. And remember, when you get to your corner space, you're going to single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. You know, and if later you thought, oh geez, I think I only put a 2 chain in there, it's okay. But if you remember, please put 3 chain between your 2 single crochets on the corners only, and 2 chains in between on the stitches. And I'll meet you up when we come back to the other side. Okay, now we're back around the blanket, and we have this last block. Remember, we didn't do this corner because we started right here. So what we're going to do here is we have 1 single crochet in there now. We're going to chain 3 and single crochet back in there and chain 2. And then we're going to slip stitch into this single crochet right here. Not this over here, but right here at the top. Yarn over and pull through and pull through. Now for our next round, see that goes all the way around. You can stop here if you like that. You know, that's fine if you want that nice straight purple line all the way around, or whatever color of choice that you're using. You can stop here, or you can continue to round 2. Now what I'd like to do is slip stitch again into this chain 2 space, because right now we are into the single crochet, and we're going to move into this space, yarn over and pull through, and we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to put another double. That's our chain 3 is going to stand for a double crochet, and then we're going to yarn over, go into our space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2, and we're going to chain 2, and we're going to put 2 more double crochets into that space, 1 and 2, just like that. Now we're going to come down. Let's see here. I was thinking we could make it something different there, but I think, okay, so then we're going to come down into that single crochet and single crochet. There we go. Now we're going to yarn over, go into that chain 2 space for 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, and double crochet. So yarn over, insert into your space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Again, yarn over into your space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And then single crochet into your single crochet, just like that. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to continue this around. So you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, all in that chain 2 space. And then in these little single crochets, you're going to put a single crochet. So let's do some more. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. You come up here and chain 2, 1 and 2. And again for 2 double crochets back into that same space, 1 and 2. And you know double crochet because that's the whole blanket pretty much is double crochet. And then single crochet into your single crochet. And it gives it a little bit of a pointy edge there, see that? Gives it a nice finish. Now like I said, you could leave it just this row, or you can make this nice edging here. The blanket, I think it was probably about 1,000 yards of material. I didn't use a pattern, so we just kind of crocheted away. So it's probably about 1,000 yards, maybe a little bit less. Okay, so, and I'm just using this ball of yarn here. So your scrap yarn pile is a great thing to use for corner to corner. You can just add on colors as you go. You can change every row, you can change every 3 rows, you can just make it however you want to use it. And it's a great practice for beginners because it teaches you direction, it teaches you speed, it teaches you tension. You know, there's so much to learn with a blanket like this. And it works up so fast, and it's so much fun, and your end product is gorgeous. So you have this beautiful blanket when you're done. So let's go around to the next corner. So it's single crochet into the single crochets, and 2 double crochets, 1 and 2 into that next space of chain 2, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets back into that chain 2, and then it's a single crochet into the single crochet. And you can see we got that nice, I'm going to put it over here so you can see it, that nice design coming along there. There we go. So 2 double crochets into that chain 2, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets into there, 1 and 2, and a single crochet into that single crochet, and again 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. I know I'm going a little fast, but I'm pretty sure, even for the beginner, that you've got that double crochet figured out. We're just going around so I can help you with the corners. And there we have it. It's so pretty. I couldn't pick a color. You know, sometimes just picking a color is the harder thing to do. But I have a lot of this purple. So I thought, well, oops, see there, I made a mistake. I did 3 instead of 2. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. So sometimes it's picking color that will hold you back, but just use whatever you have, and really it'll be beautiful no matter what color you make this. So don't be afraid. Even black, black and white would be beautiful. So don't be afraid of your color choice, just go ahead. I'll just have to say, if you're using a dark color like black, or a dark navy, or a brown, dark like winter green, excuse me, those colors sometimes are hard to see your spaces or your stitches. So just beware of that when you're working with a dark color, and make sure your light is good, because working with black can be a little tricky if you're not seeing the stitches well. So just be careful when you do that, so that you can you know, prepare your workspace with a good light, and then you'll be good to go. So I'm just going to speed it up a little bit here so that we can get to the next corner. Get my yarn here. I'm all in the tangle now. Don't you know that I do that well too. I like to put the yarn in a ball because it's easier to manage sometimes. The other thing is, I will say that if you're a beginner and you're starting to crochet, and if you don't want to roll your yarn into a ball, it's easier to work from the piece of yarn from the inside than the outside. And I will explain that in a video. I'm going to have some tips on a video so that we can work and learn how to, you know, put the yarn in a ball from the inside out. It just works better. Sometimes you get, you know, a snag and you have to kind of work that out, but it pulls from the inside and it doesn't flop around. If you work, there's 2 threads I'm going to show you. like on this one here, if you can see. This working piece comes from the inside of the yarn. See, it just pulls out from the inside, from very deep in the middle. There's always a piece, I'm going to take this off so you can see. There's always a piece that's wrapped from the outside, and this one comes around the outside of the skein. Problem with that is every time you pull it, this is going to flop around. So pulling it from the inside out keeps it still, and you don't have to chase that thing around, because trust me, if you start doing that, sometimes you'll wind up in a big mess. And you know, so putting it into a ball of yarn is a good option, or using it from the inside out. I'll use it from the inside out until it gets small, and then I'll, you know, put the rest of it in a ball and throw it in the basket that I have for, you know, leftovers, which is great, because then you can, you know, keep them all in a basket or in a bag or whatever you have for your, you know, leftovers. And using your leftovers makes so many things. I am going to do a bunch of projects this year that are using leftovers, because you'd be surprised how many things you can make with a pile of leftovers. It's amazing. Like, you can't make a big blanket with a little ball like this. It's not going to get you very far. But you could make a huge blanket with many scraps of yarn. See what I'm doing here. Single crochet in the single crochets, don't forget to do that. And then double crochet 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets. I'm going to get to this next edge, and then I'm going to let you go around to the rest of the blanket, and we'll close this project together. So I hope you enjoy this. This is a great way for the beginner, like I said. It looks hard, but really it's not. If you just take your time and work your stitches one at a time, it'll all come easily, and you'll learn quickly how to do that corner to corner blanket. And you can make it any size by just continuing up one side and closing down the other. And I will work on that in another video, so we can make something longer on one side and shorter on the other side. This was a square, so that was easy to get started. It was an easy project. Always give yourself credit for the, you know, when you're sure that you can't do it, be sure that you can. Because like I said, it's all about where you put the stitches. Now, once you learn how to do your stitches, you're good to go. Like, and you'll make mistakes, but you know, mistakes are learning. So always know that if you make a little mistake, just pull it out and fix it, because crochet is very forgiving. It doesn't, you know, there's no crochet police. You know, if you make a little mistake, it's okay. And they're usually easy to fix. Now, if you made a mistake way back, and you know, chances are you're the only one that's going to see it, so I wouldn't worry about it unless it's, you know, major. But most times you'll notice it right away, and you can pull it out and fix it, as you've seen me do here on the videos. I'll make a mistake and stop right away, fix it, because I can usually feel it, see it, you know, and fix it right away. Sometimes I've had to pull out 2 or 3 rows, but it comes back so fast that it's really not that hard, and it's nothing to be upset about. Everybody makes mistakes, but it's worth it in the end when you have this beautiful project that you've made. Handmade gifts are so lovely and very appreciated when someone gets a handmade gift rather than something that was made in who knows where. So I know the gifts that I've made over the years, people have really appreciated them. So it's nice to have a craft that you can do. And especially now when we're home and we have to find something to keep us busy. So anyways, we're almost to the end of this row. Whoops. Let's see here, just a couple more, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and finish this on your own time, and I will come back and we'll end this project together. Alright, so we have a couple more here. Let's see, one single crochet, double crochet, double crochet, 2 chains, 2 more double crochet, 1 and 2, single crochet in the single crochet, and then 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the spaces, 1 and 2, and 1. Oh, now see, right there I felt a problem. The yarn split and my crochet hook went between the threads, and you can usually feel that as well. It just pops right out at you when you see that. Pull back, take it out, and start over, because sometimes it's the one before, it's not the one you're actually working on, and then you see it like get all jumbled up. So you'll know when you see it. And it's just easy enough to fix that right then and there. Alright, here we're coming, one more, and then we'll do the corner. Now in these corners, let's see what we did over the other side. Yeah, well, when we get to the corner, I have to do, oops, see, I forgot my single crochet right here. Don't forget your single crochets in your single crochets. And then we're going to double crochet here, make your 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Now, in your corner you have a chain 3, remember. So we're not going to do the chain 2. We're just going to put 5 double crochets in the corner. So insert your hook and do a double crochet, wrap, insert, wrap and pull through 2, wrap and pull through 2. That's 2 double crochets. We're going to put 5 in here. So 3, 4, and 5, and then again a single crochet in your single crochet, and that just brings you around the corner. Alright, and now we're going to continue. So 2 double crochets in your chain 2 spaces, 1 and 2. We're going to chain 2 and 2 double crochets in that same space, just like that. And remember to single crochet in your single crochet, and then repeat that all the way around. You have a little thread here, I'm going to snip that. That was from our tail earlier. Okay, so I'm going to meet you back at this end. So you can go ahead around, and remember you're going to do a single crochet in the single crochets, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in these chain 2 spaces, in these loops, and then a single crochet in these little single crochets. And that's all you have to remember. And then when you get to your corner space, you just do 5 double crochets, and remember to do your single crochet in each of the single crochets on either side of it, in these little spaces right here. And that's it, and I'll see you on the other side. Alright, now we're back to finish our project. I hope you managed to get around pretty easily with our edging. Okay, so I've got one more block here, then the corner, and then a block around the corner, and then we can finish off. So I have to single crochet in the single crochet, and then 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space, and chain 2 and 2 double crochet in there. And remember, now in the corner we have 5 double, oh, see, I forgot my little single crochet in the single crochet, and then 5 double crochet in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then single crochet in the single crochet, and then 2 double crochet in this last chain 2 space with a chain of 2 and 2 double crochet. 1 and 2, and we'll finish with a single crochet in the single crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch into that first double crochet at the bottom there, slip stitch, and chain 1, and there we have it, all done. We're going to snip our yarn, pull that through, give it a little tug, and where is my needle now? You know, 2 minutes ago it was here, and then 2 minutes later it disappears. Don't you know? Let me get a different one. Let's see here. I have one. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to just sew in our tail. I'm going to bring that down, that first double crochet. I'm going to go under a few stitches, and I go back and forth 2 or 3 times. Make sure that's in there. Oops. And of course I lose my thread, don't you know? Let me come back in there. There we go. And snip that. And do the other one. One is the one we started with, and the other one's the one we finished with. So you want to sew them both in. That's why I leave them about, 4 to 5 inches long initially, so that you have plenty to work with when it comes to sewing them in. You want to have enough to get them underneath those stitches nice and tight, and you can work it back and forth 3 or 4 times. There we go. Alright, so we have this beautiful, like, curly edged corner to corner blanket, a baby blanket. Beautiful. For a first project, for a beginner, this is a gorgeous blanket. Now I'm going to just fold it again so that you can see the whole blanket here in the picture, because spread that out so you can see the edging there. Now, how beautiful is this? The beginner will be very proud to have a finished product. Believe me, it is fun, easy. Start this video from the beginning and practice on a scrap of yarn. Don't think you have to tackle the whole thing at once. I would do 3 or 4, 5 rounds, and then make sure you're comfortable with your hook and your tension and your yarn, and then crochet away, because this is a fun and easy project, and it gives you a beautiful finished product when you're done. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, share if you'd like to, subscribe, that really helps me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.